my 14-year-old daughter, Mari. When you start dating, what he gonna have to do?
Work with my dad.
Are you splitting 50-50 with anybody?
No,
Why?
but you don't.
Come on. See, common sense for her. Y'all gotta understand, the reason why I be so stern on paying 100% of everything because I have two beautiful baby girls, all right? I got a 14-year-old and I got a 2-year-old. And guess what? They ain't finna be dealing with that bullshit that most women gotta deal with in today's time. They not finna be out here struggling, trying to figure out how they gonna eat their next meal because they dealt with the wrong man. No, you gonna have to pay 100% for everything, all right? I'm raising them the same way that they see their dad doing. I've been paying all the bills since day one. My wife have never touched a bill since 2014, and that's the year that I met her. Pay 100% of everything, because if you don't, you are not considered a real man. Stay by yourself until you're able to provide 100%. That's all I'm saying. You can't do that, you don't need to be with nobody. The relationship math is, if you can't take care of yourself, you damn sure can't take care of this person. Stay by yourself and prioritize yourself. This is why I firmly believe in 100% of everything. Men is supposed to pay 100% of everything, especially if you got baby girls. How dare you say that you ain't gonna do that and women don't deserve this and that? Your daughter should be looking at you like you crazy. We real men, and real men stand up on real men responsibilities, all right? We stand up for what we believe in, and this is what we believe in as real men. This is a real man telling you, pay 100% of the bills and don't consider yourself a real man. Because guess what? It's kids like mine that's actually getting raised, that actually with that mindset of actually elevating, all right? Comment your thoughts below. Let's get it.
What's going to buy Web Style? Of course, the lovely Ren. Ren, how are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
Good.
Good to hear with another Ren's Playtime corner. Now, Ren, you shot me this video and should have played before we started. About this guy that's a millionaire talking about how he instructing his daughters to never go 50-50 with a man. And that's been a conversation that has been hotly debated, I'll say, over the past, we'll say, with social media in the past couple of years. I'll put it that way. Because I'll be frank with you, I never had conversations like that when I was dating. Those
Yeah.
conversations never, ever, ever came up. And I find it interesting now that so many espouse that as a requirement for dating, not marriage, dating. And in my mind, I look at it this way: if you're my woman, I'm gonna do what I can to take care of you, if, especially if you're my wife. But there are extremes. Like I saw this one video, and again, it may have been a skit, but this guy was talking about how he works 2 jobs to support himself and his girlfriend, i.e., pay his girlfriend's rent and all her bills. And I'm like, you a sucker. And why did I say you a sucker? Because you ain't put a ring on her finger.
Right.
Like I'm like, there is no reason why you're taking care of this woman's bills, and y'all ain't been together that long, but you haven't married her. You, in my mind, and this is where I have an issue with maybe some of the conversation. People talking about it as a requirement, not what works best for their relationship. People are
Mhm.
different, and when they speak on this, a lot of women will speak on the 100% sort of thing as far as a man is supposed to protect and provide. That whole comment isn't about monetarily, isn't about money. And I think that this conversation and this sort of, no, I ain't going to have no man do 50-50 with him. This is one of those conversations where I say I have a problem because I feel like as a man, it reduces men to just what they provide monetarily and not what sort of intrinsic value, I think I'm saying the right one, that a man brings to a woman's life in that dynamic. And I wouldn't say vice versa, because a man's not looking at a woman for what she brings monetarily speaking to a
Mhm.
relationship. He's looking for those things that benefits and elevates his life from a emotional standpoint, from even a professional standpoint, depending on his skill set and whatnot. And that's why this conversation bothers me so much on a personal level, because I feel like it reduces men to wallets, and it's not really about protecting and providing, because you can pay all the bills but not protect or provide really for your woman outside of, yeah, she got a house, she got food and whatnot, but you're controlling. You are a serial adulterer. And again, to each his own as far as your relationship is concerned. But you are doing so many things that are totally outside the bounds of what you want in a relationship. But because he's paying 100%, they are looking at that as the only requirement or the main requirement, when really there are a lot of healthy relationships out there that I would say there's probably a lot of people. You get married in your early 20s, early mid 20s. I don't know about your parents, but I know my parents, they were not, my father was not providing the whole thing that my parents married when they were what, 20 and 22
Mm.
in the late 70s. Wasn't nobody, wasn't no man that age. And again, I don't think my dad had his GED then. Without a high school diploma, doing manual labor, he's taking care of his family, but he's not paying all the bills. So my mom worked too. That wasn't an issue. That wasn't a deal breaker. It was like, hey, we're building a life together. Um, I know many people, even friends, like they got married out of college. The dynamic changed
Mm.
eventually, but that was something they worked out with. They had kids, people elevating their jobs. Maybe the husband, his career went to a point where, okay, he can take on the responsibilities of the household. But that's a changing and evolving. And that's when you work together as a partnership, not that, oh, she came in demanding that be 100% or nothing. And I think, um,
I think that's the confusion.
yeah,
I think back in the day it was an unspoken rule. That's just what it was. Men knew their position in place, and the women knew their position in place. Just because of social media, everything is in the upfront. People are confused because no woman in this day and age, we in 2024, knows how to be a traditional woman, because what the fuck is traditional? We have to work. We have to provide and protect for ourselves. So men still think of this ideologic belief. Some men, not all, still think you're supposed to listen to me, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. Aren't you supposed to provide? Aren't you supposed to protect? So at the end of the day, you cannot have it both ways. And let me say this very clearly. If this is what you want, you have to suck it up a little bit, because a lot of men do not want to suck it up and women do not want to suck it up. If you want a man that wants a submissive, traditional woman, you have to provide for her whole lifestyle, or at least 80% of it. Not 100%, at least 80%. If you want her to cook and clean, take care of your kids, take care of you, sit down and shut the fuck up. That is what you have to provide in order to get that. Now, in today's day and age, I don't even go 50-50. Sometimes I'm the 80%. Sometimes I'm the 65%. Sometimes I'm the 25%. It just depends on the person I'm dealing with, the person that I'm dating, and the what I want at this moment and this point in time. When you grow older, people wants and needs changes. It's just naturally what it is. But the reason why people back in the day last so long is because they picked the person that they wanted to be and spend their life with, without even thinking the next, oh, this person gonna be better, this person gonna do this for me,
mhm,
this person gonna be that for me. None of that fucking shit matters. You picked the person that you was with because you saw the genuine love, the genuine commitment. When you didn't have 2 cents to rub together, you saw this person was with you through that time and that day and age, and y'all both just chose, this is who I'm going to be with, this is who I want, there's nobody else. There's nothing the fuck out here. Nothing. So you trying to pick, oh, this bitch gonna do this bitch gonna do that. What the fuck she gonna do? Suck your dick different than the bitch you with, and then what? When that gets bored and tiring, because we all have ADHD, we all get bored eventually. Then what is it? You ruin a 10 fucking year relationship because you want this bitch to tool on your fucking dick for 5 fucking minutes. So you have to look for more genuine things instead of just surface fucking shit. That does not fucking matter at the end of the day. That's just being honest and real. I'm going to give you the honest and real point of view instead of just telling y'all people what y'all want to hear. Men want to be like, oh, you want to be this empowered woman, and woman wants to be with, oh, you just want to be some of these words that I don't understand this new generation of words. I'm even with men or against women, and I am neither. I am with people. Okay. I listen to both point of views and listen to them perfectly clear of what they want and what they don't want. If this is really what you want, not just you want to complain, not just you want to say shit and you really do not want it. If this is what you really want, it takes steps and it takes changes. Oh my God. I gotta change the way I want to be. Because that's a part of growth, people. You're supposed to grow out of certain things. If this is what you really want, you have to suck it up a little bit and just say, okay, let's talk, let me hear, and let me listen to what both people are saying in order to fix this and work this out. This is why older generations stay 40 years together because they know there's nothing the fuck out here. What is the person going to do for fucking 5 minutes versus 10, 20 years you've been with this person? That does not make sense. Y'all too busy focusing on the temporary fixes instead of the long lasting shit. That is the problem. Okay.
I
The
agree with
whole
you
go
in many
ahead.
respects, but I will say this, and this is one thing I disagree with you on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Going back to that sort of value thing, the one thing I've learned in my life as a man, that if as a man you are seen to bring value to a woman's life, and we're not talking about just monetarily, really, I'm not even talking monetarily, you will get that traditionalism out of them. No, we ain't talking about them being home or not, but I think we forget how in traditionalism, how you treat that other person with respect. And I think
Right.
that's also when we have that 50-50 conversation. Again, everything is about money. It's not about respect. It's not about worth and value and what your partner brings to your life. Does your partner elevate you? Does this man make you feel safe? Does this woman make you feel like a man? Does this woman make you feel like you can do anything? Those are the sort of values and traits that we don't talk about, and that really 50-50 or whatever you're paying doesn't make a difference, because those are the things that are going to sustain, much like you're talking about. Those are the things that's going to sustain. Those are the things that will make a woman, when she sees a man of quality or potential, that she will do what she needs to do to make him, to treat him in a certain way. And vice versa. If that man sees that, um, if that man sees that this woman is, and I hate to use a Kevin Samuelson sort of thing, but that especially the I part, the inspirational from the FBI. If she is inspirational, she inspires you, if she is there for you, if she makes you feel like you can conquer the world, you will do anything possible, regardless of what your bracket pay grade is, to give her the world.
Right.
And that disconnection, like, hey, how does this person make me feel? What do I want to do for this person? Does this person inspire me? Do I look at her and I say, you know what? I'm going to make this happen because I love her, not because, oh, it's a requirement that I need to pay 100% of everything. It's because I am going to work and build, because this is a woman I want to build with. This is a woman I want to spend my life with. And if a woman, and again, I'm a little bit older, and obviously I've been married and this and that, but if I was in a dating world now and someone came to me and said that I require like a man to pay 100% of the bills and pay for everything and fund my lifestyle.
But that is unspoken. That
No,
is
no,
literally
no, no,
unspoken
it's not.
type of thing.
It's no. This is the thing. It's not unspoken when they say it. when they say it, that causes, and it's weird because some people talk about, oh, it's I'm not a gold digger, I'm not this. No, that's an expectation you have off the rip. You
Mm.
earn that. You earn a man to give his all for you. You don't, and I think that's the problem. You, as a woman, this is my opinion. I just like men earn certain things for women in a relationship, you earn to get to the point where that man is working to make sure everything you have and need is taken care of. You don't get that off the rat just because you're pretty, just because you're attractive. That's why he puts that ring on your finger because he says, okay, I want to give you my all. Even if my all isn't enough to take care of everything, I promise to give you my all.
Right.
And that is, I think, the another issue. There's an expectation that that's what should happen now before you've earned it.
But let me say this, from the conversations I've seen, it's just baffling to me. Because, like I said, I was raised in a different environment than apparently these people on the internet have was raised them to believe. I had a father that was very involved in my life, took care of my mother and children that he did not even own and wasn't biologically born to. That is my upbringing and that is my fucking background. So that is what I was raised to believe. A man will be forefront for his children and even the woman that he has breeded with a child, other children, and become a family. It has nothing to do with him being a fucking sucker. It has him to be an upstanding fucking man
Right.
because it takes a fucking village, regardless of what the fuck y'all want to say and what y'all want to believe, in order to downplay other people. Because at the end of the day, far as I seen, y'all all toxic motherfuckers on the internet want to complain and bitch and complain about every goddamn thing. Men sassy, women sassy, y'all all fucking bitches to me. Y'all want to complain instead of actually doing something about what y'all fucking want. Y'all want to say something, not do something. And that's the problem. Y'all want to complain. Y'all saying all these women are this, all these women are that. You sure it's not you? Are you actually
That's
dating these people?
that
Are
that's a good point because let me tell you, I talk to you, I have conversations with men and women. And maybe it's because of the type of people I usually gravitate toward me. These are not conversations we ever have,
right?
ever. And even some of the younger men I know that are dating, well, they've encountered that to a degree. Like, they've encountered it in that perspective, and it can be difficult at times. But for the most part, that's not a perspective they have. They're not coming um in this argument. Even the friends of mine that I know that are older, that are my age that are single that I've known for years, that is never a conversation they've had with any woman they've been involved with. Um, the conversation that these people are having online, like that wasn't a conversation. Like, oh yeah, we had kids. Okay, great. We did XYZ. All right, we form a life together. If it lasts, it lasts. If it doesn't, it doesn't, so to speak. And some people did that and it worked. Some people did it and it didn't work. But that was not a conversation. That the conversation dialogue they're having now, that wasn't real life conversations we had. And I think much too much you said, the internet is just full of these hyperbolic situations that really take reality and
Miserable people.
yes,
Miserable people. That's it.
yes, and
Miserable. Y'all
humanity out of
miserable
it.
because y'all heartbroken. Y'all miserable because of your situation. And y'all miserable because of the situation that happened in that 10-minute span. Because we all have fucking moments. We all have moments of when we're depressed, we're sad, we're feeling lonely, we're feeling a certain type of way. We
Yes,
all have it. But that should not give you the viewpoint and to belittle and trash other people
yes,
because you feel that fucking way.
yes.
That's fucking pathetic in my agenda.
So I want to get back to the 50-50 because I think that plays really well into it with the original video with the father. And you said this in our last video, talking about rich people. And again, I don't know where this man came from and what his beginnings were. More than likely, he had humble beginnings. But there's a definitely disconnect now since he's a quote unquote millionaire, whatever he makes. it is. I think it's very easy for someone who has made it to have certain sort of expectations when it comes to what other people should do, particularly their children. Like you know, this man should do this, the man should do that. You got to remember too that you are not the norm, and maybe your daughters, depending on your certain, excuse me, social circles have a better chance of finding a man who has the economic status that you have as they grow up. I mean, that's very, very possible. You know, rich people tend to stay with rich people, and marry rich people. But I think there's a disconnect from reality and a disconnect with, no, not even disconnect from reality. I talked about earning it, I talked about working toward it. That was something that was worked to. Even when in his video, he talked about something he's always done, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't a millionaire. And he worked to get to this point. He worked to get, and his wife earned it when she became his wife.
Trump?
No, the video you sent me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So those are the sort of things that there's a growing, there's an earning, and I mean like, oh, you see, I think also there's an entitlement in these conversations as well. That there's an expectation and entitlement that they owe, they particularly when these trolls, these female trolls online talk about it, they feel as though they're entitled to being treated this way without having done anything.
You're not.
Right.
Okay, listen, if
Exactly.
I had a daughter that was raised up privileged, raised up rich in a real rich community, society, okay, you think Baby and Day Day in Philadelphia, because I'm in Philadelphia, okay, in North Philly, gonna come and approach my daughter, say, hey, baby girl, come on this side. I will lose my fucking mind.
Right.
Okay, I will be like, yeah, we both going to come to that side because what the fuck is you doing with my daughter? No one who really wants their child, because this is what I was saying today, literally at work. I literally said this today. What you surround yourself with is going to motivate you.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone has steps, everyone has progress in life. Okay. I don't blame you for what you thought when you was 18, when you was 21, when you was 22. Okay. Not even 25. I'll give you all that because you're still in the middle of trying to figure out shit. But you figure it out, grow from it, and at a certain point you should know what you want, what you don't want, you should know what's right and what's wrong, because unfortunately majority of our people in general, black, white, whatever color in between,
Right.
if you wasn't raised with a strict home, a strict family that told you this is what you're going to do and this is what you're not going to do, this you have to go out there and figure it out on your own. And unfortunately, when you go out there being thrown to the wolves going to bite you. The wolves going to kill you and spit you out into society. So you have to grow from nothing in order to figure out, how do I walk again? How do I breathe again? How do I heal the wounds that these wolves have put upon me?
Yes.
It's a part of life. Okay. You're supposed to learn from your mistakes. Period. If you continue to keep doing the same dumb shit at a certain point in life, that's just how you are. And unfortunately, it steps to people's lives that I am up here, you down here still, and I just don't want no parts.
Right.
There's no way. You can take offense or don't take offense. If I want this and you want that, and it doesn't line what I want and what I want to grow to, what I want to be at, there's no reason for us to talk, and it's nothing
Exactly.
to be personal. Find
Exactly.
someone else that wants to do what you want to do. It's that simple. I don't shame or blame or disarray any fucking person. It's just we all dealing with different things.
Right.
That's just what it is at the end of the day. It has nothing to do, are you coming for me? I don't come for nobody. This is just what I want. And if it's not aligned with what I want, it just is what it is. And that's just the end of this conversation. It's no different from these rich peoples like Jeff Bezos and all these other motherfuckers who have built from humble beginnings, maybe, to these empires. And like, I'm up here. I have dealt with Jay-Z's, and I have dealt with building things from scratch and having people, 100,000 people for work for me. Why in the hell would I want somebody in a small community to come take my daughter and what, give her the humble beginnings that I built so much to provide for her already? It's nothing to do with personality. It has something to do with mentality. That's just what it is. It's nothing to do with that.
Right.
Some of these people just want, I just want better for my child than what I had to deal with. That's just what it is. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I understand totally where you're coming from. And I think even, adding in what you said, I think at the end of the day, you have requirements. If you expect someone to pay 100% of everything, and that's what you require in a relationship, I think that you need to, one, be very understanding of, okay, I hate to use this word, but it really is appropriate. Do you qualify for that? What have you done to be in a position where this man takes charge of you from a total financial standpoint? Like, are you his wife? If you are his wife and he has the financial capability, excuse me, if he asks you and you choose to be his wife and he does not have the financial standpoint to do so, then you cannot complain because you made the decision and you accepted him for who he was. So you love him for that. And then you grow together and maybe you'll get to that point where you don't have to shoulder any of the financial burden. But if you're, and I'll say this honestly, if that man is not your husband, if he has not asked you to be his wife, you have not earned a thing when it comes to
No,
being taken care of. Because
there's no obligation to nothing.
no obligation. And I'll say this too, from a man's perspective. Why would I take care of a woman who can leave me at any given time? What is my investment? Why would I invest so much of myself, so much of my resources, um, without making her my wife? That seems defeatist to me personally. And also, what has this woman done outside of being cute and being able to throw down in the bedroom where she has earned my resources in that way, if that's what she expects of me? And again, there are people like people are sugar daddies, this and that, but I'm talking about real long term. If this is what you require from a man, okay, what have you done to earn it from that man? Because that is not a small feat. That is not a small ask. And you just being attractive and being good in bed should not be the only requirements that you, the quarter term, bring to the table if you're expecting someone to take care of you in that standpoint. And even then, it should be done in the context of you're his wife, not he's paying my bills and he don't live here. Or I'm like, no, 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 I'm sorry. No, my personal opinion, I think that is absolutely foolhardy for any man to do, personally speaking, in this day and age, simply because there is an investment there in this woman and you have not made her your wife. Why would you do that if you are not going to make, like, from a man's standpoint, like, that's just stupid. From a woman's standpoint, it's smart as hell. Like, yeah, hell yeah, take it. But you haven't
But
made,
that's rare.
I'm not
It's
saying
not
it's
a lot of
rare.
women that's getting their bills fucking paid themselves.
I'm
We
not
still
saying
got
it's
all
not,
this.
but again, going back to that expectation, there's that, because of that rarity, there's now that predominant expectation that we see of that's what's supposed to happen, even if there isn't a full-blown 2-3 year relationship. Like,
It's
oh,
not supposed to happen. We confusing these TikToks and these
mm-hmm,
models and these women that get shit on in Dubai for fucking thousands of dollars as in regular fucking women. No, that's not supposed to happen.
it's
And
not.
and from my experience, a man's gonna provide for you if he loves you. Period. You don't
Exactly.
have to say shit.
It,
If I
thank
ask
you.
a man that really loves and cares for me for $25, he's gonna give it to me.
And if he
Okay.
don't have it, he gonna find a way to get it to you.
He's gonna find a way. Okay. It
Exactly.
just is what it is. And he's down. Like I had paid for dates. I had paid for majority of people's bills for people I loved and care about. Point blank, I brought the nigga a PS5 when it was rare and during the fucking pandemic because I cared about him that fucking much for his birthday to have a special fucking birthday. People find a fucking way when they love and care for you. Point blank, period. You do not have to say a motherfucking thing. It's unspoken fucking rule, okay? The problem is if a nigga walks up to me, I just want to fuck you. I just want to come on your fucking face. The fuck you just say to me? Like, it's too direct, motherfucker. Do you care about me? Do you love me? And that's the point blank, period. Okay, y'all say things too quickly and it turns somebody off quickly because the things you say is crazy. Okay, you can be as honest and blunt because I'm honest and blunt. That's fine. And I'd rather you be honest and lying to people, lying to men, lying to women. I'd rather you be honest, but be realistic as well. And
I agree.
take the rejection. If there is a rejection, withhold heartily because it's always going to be somebody, always going to be somebody that is up for what you're asking for.
Yes.
Okay. So do not take because this person says no, another person can say yes and just take that into perspective. But the 50-50 thing, at the end of the day, no one, I have never met somebody is completely 50-50. I met 60, I met 30, I met 45. It's always going to be a give and take if you in a real serious relationship and you in a real committed relationship.
Yes.
Because if you just sitting there in a relationship just to be taken care of, that's not going to happen, honey bunny. In 5 years, that person can lose their job, and then what? What you're going to do? Leave him automatically? But I'm a size fucking 2. I got the big boobs and I got the BBL. I was supposed to be taken care of. Okay, so he was only with you because you look that way, and you was only with him because he provided that money. Y'all both in the wrong.
Yep.
If y'all both just look for things of surface shit is going to happen.
Exactly.
The universe is going to show you if y'all really in this for the real long haul or y'all just in it for the fun of the world. It just happens.
Yep.
Samuel Jackson told people that his wife gave him money when he had no money at all. And he knew this girl was down for him just because of that.
Exactly.
They was there for the humble beginnings until he got rich, and now he takes care of her all full heartedly, and he
Exactly.
knows there's nothing the fuck out here but gold diggers. But she was there when he had nothing to his name. That's what y'all gotta look for. I'm sorry that your parents or people did not teach you of actual dating etiquette. You supposed to be with the person that really loves you for you, regardless of if this person is up or this person is down, because it always fluctuates, regardless in years. And maybe not in 5 years, maybe in 20 and 10 years. Are you still going to be with that person when they have nothing? That is the question that you got to ask yourself.
I agree. And I think I end this by saying exactly what you said. If he loves you or if she loves you, she will make sure you're okay. Period. Point blank. Whether it's they're providing 50%, 100%, 0%. You need something, they will find a way to take care of you, whatever they need to do. Ren, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on silly_weaver on Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook and Ren Graves on Facebook. And always inbox me and talk to me about what y'all want to talk about. If you want to join the show, if you want to promote your business, I'm here to talk to the people and be for the people. I'm here for the people. So always communicate, always tell me what you like, dislike, and let me know, guys, through my inbox. And thank you, Webster, for having me.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys stay tuned. We have more. Peace out.